referee's basically asking you, would you rather continue and possibly lose the fight, or would you rather not continue and it be a no contest? What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we will be predicting the upcoming fight between Kevin Holland versus Randy Brown. I think the matchup is absolutely amazing, but now let's get into the video. Here's why I think it's a good matchup. You got two of the tallest fighters, and usually these fighters like to keep at range, but since they're really tall, one of them is going to be short, maybe a little shorter, and one's going to be a little taller. So they're going to have to keep their range and have to close the distance, which is something they're not used to doing. That's what makes this matchup very interesting. But let's go over the last few fights. Starting off with Kevin Holland, again, with his 2 losses to Mike Malott and Daniel Rodriguez. Let's start off with Daniel Rodriguez. That fight where he fought Daniel Rodriguez was a really good fight. I would say it was a little bit of a dirty fight. Not like dirty, like they were hitting each other below the belt, hitting the back of the head. But it was like a lot of clinching, a lot of like wrestling, a lot of like just punching and close. That's why I say it was kind of dirty. I say what he improved a lot in that fight was his jab. He learned how to keep the distance with his jab, and that's something you need as being a taller fighter. Now let's look at his loss to Mike Malott. He fought his hardest in that fight, and if we're being completely real here, guys, I think he should have just told the referee he couldn't continue because he got hit pretty bad below the belt. Because think about it, because I think the reason why he continued because he was kind of pressured because his team was looking at that. If he was to not continue, it would look bad for his team. And the referee kept asking him, "Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to fight or not?" I think he was just kind of overwhelmed, especially because he got hit below the belt. Sometimes when that happens, you are kind of overwhelmed. And I feel like that's probably what it was. I feel like that's probably why he continued. Because think about it. The referee's basically asking you, would you rather continue and possibly lose the fight, or would you rather not continue and it be a no contest? I'd rather, if I'm seriously injured below the belt, I would rather have the fight in no contest than lose the fight because of that. And I wouldn't say he necessarily did so bad in that fight because he kind of ran a little bit when the fight continued, but then he did start fighting back. He did hit him with that clean elbow that hit Mike Malott pretty clean, and then also on top of that, he marked it. He literally busted him up, and he was bleeding. So it's not like Kevin Holland did necessarily so bad because he didn't leave the octagon with no marks. So it was Mike Malott. So that shows that even if you're hit below the belt, you can still mark somebody. And if you're seriously hurt, you can still mark somebody. Let's look at Randy Brown's last 2 fights that he had against Gabriel Bonfim and Nicholas Delby. Nicholas Delby, he looked amazing in that fight. His hands were so fast, and the jab was really nice. Nicholas Delby, he did drop Randy Brown in that first round, which kind of shocked me a little bit. It caught me off guard because when I watched it live, so when I watched it, I was kind of falling asleep. But falling asleep, not because the fight was boring, it was just because I was tired. That's all it was. So then all of a sudden, when I see him about to knock him out, my eyes like this, all of a sudden I wake up. And I wake up from that loud noise, and I see, I didn't wake up. Well, all of a sudden, it kind of just woke me up a little bit. But it was a great fight overall. I did have to rewatch it because, like I said, I was tired when that fight happened, when the fight was starting. So I did have to rewatch it. But it was a great fight. Then in that second round, Randy Brown came in strong and then hit him with that hook that knocked him out. And it was very clean. I like Randy Brown as a fighter. He's a good fighter. He has like an awkward style. He's a kind of like a awkward, long-rangey fighter, and that's some of the fighters I kind of like. Now let's go over his loss to Gabriel Bonfim. I do think it was kind of an early stoppage, if we're being completely real here, guys. It was, I thought it was starting off good. I think Bonfim did good that he was hitting him with those calf kicks that was kind of slowing down Randy Brown. But I think why the referee stopped, because think about it. When he was on the floor, the referee won't stop it if you're facing your opponent. When you're facing your opponent, they're up and you're down and facing them. He was looking the other way. So a referee would probably think you're not going to be willing to continue. If I was that referee, even if he was looking like this, I would have stopped that fight. That clinch knee hit clean. So that's why I feel like the referee stopped it. It was a clean shot. It was pretty loud too on top of that. So that's probably why the referee stopped. So Randy Brown can't really be mad about the referee. Well, he can, but he can't be super duper mad because it was a reason why he stopped the fight. I feel like that fight could have continued. Randy Brown probably would have got knocked out on the ground anyways. So it was good. I feel like it was a good call for the referee. But this matchup is 50-50, guys. If you guys see the odds, they're not so far off a little bit. Kevin Holland, I do say he's more trying to focus. He's not super old, guys. I think he's going to be 33 soon. He's 32. I don't know if he's 33 yet, because I don't pay attention to the age until I see the fights or I look it up. So he's still got plenty of time to come back to make his career good again. It has to be his mindset. He has to figure that out himself. If he can do that and make a comeback and make his comeback in this fight and then move on further on, I would say he'll be world champion, but I think he'll probably be a top contender and maybe be some of the top dudes and probably lose some of the top dudes. But this matchup, like I said, it's a good matchup. I say it's 50-50. Here's some things I think some advice for both fighters. For Kevin Holland, use the wrestling. Kevin Holland, if you've seen Randy Brown in the past, you can kind of see his gas tank kind of slows down in the later rounds. So, one thing I will do to get that gas tank low is to use wrestling. Sometimes Kevin Holland will use his wrestling, but sometimes he doesn't care for it. Sometimes he makes fun of grappling. But then sometimes he makes fun of grappling and still uses it. So that's what we got to do. And then number 2, don't be cocky. Which I mean by that, take this fight serious. One punch from Randy Brown, you can be on the floor and put to sleep. Like how Nicholas Delby did. Except Nicholas Delby was taking that fight serious. That's what Kevin Holland needs to do. And lastly, fake shots. Because I feel like sometimes when you see Randy Brown, when he fakes shots to the head, he puts his hands up sometimes too much from where his body's open. So fake the shots and hit the body. As for Randy Brown's going to have to start off by using those calf kicks. Those calf kicks will definitely affect Kevin Holland. Next up at number 2. Pressure him with your striking. Kevin Holland has seemed to be getting pressured with striking in the past. Even if you look at this fight with Mike Blott. So there was a few times in that fight where he got in the corner and his hands were really up high. So because he was pressured. So that's what Randy Brown's got to do in this fight with Kevin Holland. And lastly, I would say find a way to use those knees. I feel like Randy Brown is really good when it comes to those clenched knees, so that's what he's got to do. Just be careful not to hit him below the belt. That's all I'm going to say. But who do I got winning this fight? I got Kevin Holland, guys. Even though Kevin Holland's on a 2-fight losing streak, sometimes we don't know. He can automatically come back or he can lose his fight. That's what makes the fight more interesting, because you can't be so sure in a Kevin Holland fight. Because sometimes he be taking the fight serious, sometimes he don't. So that's why I feel like you can't be so sure in a Kevin Holland fight. Especially in his fight with Vicente Luque. That's what surprised me the most. Because I thought Kevin Holland was going to get dominated by Vicente Luque. But it was crazy. But also it was crazy. I thought that was an upset because he used the Anaconda choke, which is Randy Luque's best choke. So he used that against him and finished him. That was a good victory for him. He needs to have that type of mindset in this fight with Randy Brown. But that is going to be the end of the video, guys. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Turn on notifications when you guys want to see when I upload. And comment down below. Who do you guys got winning this fight? I'm curious to know. But that's going to be the end of the video. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. Out. Peace.